and they've said it's okay. I mean, they've said it's okay. They've seen my ticket, and they said it's okay. There's no problem. They're creating a scene, bro.
Isn't the order?
Officer, no, officer. There's no order.
You don't know what I'm going to ask.
I'm trying to reply to you so you don't waste time. There's no order.
I just want to ask you a question.
Check the order out then on your flick, please.
Is it not for the Doncaster Railways?
No, it's not. There's no order. There is no order anyway. There was a request to the name I used, my friend. Yeah.
Okay.
And to be enforced, it has to be taken to civil court. And then there was no. I'm going to get off this train, right, to let these people travel, because I'm not going to be an arsehole. Right, no problem, my friends. Thank you very much. And I want you to acknowledge how you're being used, and that's not fair, my friends. Can I put this in the bin? Thank you so much. I'm just going to, can you come and speak to these northern people? Excuse me, mate, I'm going to I'm letting these travel. I've got off, yeah? Bro, I know you said I could travel.
I didn't say you could travel.
But listen, you know what they were saying.
It's not to do with us, mate.
To save these any bother, I'm just going to have a chat with these coppers. Then I'm going to get on with my business.
They've asked you to get off, I've not said
no, they haven't asked me to get off. Right, officers, let me speak to you, right? Right, I listen. There is no letter. There was a letter to the name that I use, Philip Anthony Hartley. Okay. For that to be enforced, it has to be taken to county court, civil court. Yeah. It's a private matter, isn't it? Civil matter, right? Now, an officer, one of your colleagues, was used to grab us and arrest us. But I was taken to, there was no proper court hearing, right? I was released after all the other inmates, all the other prisoners, yeah? I was released, and then they claimed that there were a court hearing. But there were no hearing. If you check Mr. Hartley's criminal history...
What date of birth do you go by?
The date of birth that is owned by your bosses, right, created by the Crown, a certificate, the birth certificate, is the 18th day of the 6th month, 1,983 years since the Christ, our King. All right. Now, what they're gonna do now is put our tannoys on to try and stop us talking and speaking properly. And what they're trying to do is get me hyper and aggressive. These people are using beggars on the street, right? And all I've ever done is ask, what's going on? I started travelling first class, all right? I started using the service first class, and then they couldn't ignore what I was asking them, if you comprehend what I'm saying, right? And then they come and got that's the day they got the policeman to grab us, and he assaulted us, honestly. And I promise you, there's never been an order. The order is not on the actual judicial website. It's never gone through. Even that hearing didn't go on. I think you are good people, all right? There are people that high levels using systems, using this system to take the mick out of us all, and you can't deny there's people outside begging off every commuter on this station. All I've ever done is ask questions and film it and ask why. I've never been proper abusive. Yes, I've seen a police officer with a gun, and I thought, blooming, that's intimidating. I wonder if there's a guy outside, and I've said, voice openly said, I told you to do this, didn't I? Loud as they can, they'll do it. And I'm voicing my opinion, and it's not evil, no malice intended. I'm not committing any crime to anyone. There is no court order to the name that I use, stating that the name I can't use cannot travel. There was a letter, that's all it is. They're trying to go by that letter, brother called Mark. They're trying to go by that letter, and they're misusing you, because you guys are used to people are being aggressive and whatever. And obviously I'm walking around in a bare knuckle t-shirt, right? and people can say, oh, he's
admiring your top, to be honest.
But people can say he's aggressive, he's out of order, I do suffer with mental problems. The diagnosis for the name I use is schizotypal personality disorder, but I don't want to take tablets. So I use cannabis oil, and I don't claim any benefits. All I do is sell my stickers, right? Not on the street. Don't ask people with my hand out. I walk into businesses that support me in past for things I've done, right? Which I've done in my mental health journey to try and help my life. Do you know what I mean? And and people buy my stickers. These people are very angry with me because I raise awareness on the street thing.
Yeah.
Now, not all police are bad people, just like not all us are bad.
Absolutely.
So I don't grief everyone. I try and speak, but
I'm not being rude. I'm just going to go and speak to staff.
thank
for
you,
2 minutes,
brother.
alright? You'll be alright.
Listen. That copper that day,
Yeah.
he got too hyped up with himself. Do you know? I was trying to talk to him like this.
Yeah.
I do film for my protection, just like you are, my friend. You know, it's only right, isn't it?
Absolutely,
And I don't want you. I don't want you to think I'm doing it just to. I don't do this just to gain views or on YouTube. I'm not an auditor thing. I'm not a walking. All I am, I'm called the Love Campaigner.
Okay.
And I know about the legal entity. I do use it honourably,
Yeah.
and I think that's how it should be used.
Yeah, yeah.
And I don't try and use it dishonourably.
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah, absolutely. What are you going to Sheffield for
I've
today,
got
then?
to go and pay for some storage to put my clothing
Yeah.
in, and then I'm homeless, mate. And I've got to try and get somewhere to live, which I will do
Yeah.
with my stickers.
You seem determined enough to
These
get it done.
these people want to cause me animosity and problems, and I don't want to cause them problems just because I ask them questions.
Yeah, yeah.
And you're allowed to ask questions, especially when you come on here and every 2 minutes it's a tannoy saying, "You must buy a ticket if you see anything." Now I think there should be a conductor on every carriage.
Yeah.
And when you get on train, they should be like, "Welcome to this service."
Yeah.
You know, the police should be not used like this, you know, for civil matters to scare people. You know.
I get that.
And
I
I
think
don't want to cause.
nowadays-
I don't want to cause no problems. But there is no court order.
No, it's fine.
There is just a letter to the name.
If there's no
And I'm
order,
allowed to
there's no problem.
politely refuse that. If that man who wrote that letter wants to take us to court,
Yeah.
he needs to go to county court, take me, and then get it ordered, and then get it, you know, the proper procedure.
absolutely.
But then they're bypassing that.
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And they're
So
trying, and
they're
they
just using the
use it to
letter, is
cause.
that what
They're
they're doing?
bullying me, mate.
Yeah, okay.
They're bullying me, mate.
Yeah.
They're using the system that you stand by strongly,
Yeah.
you know, and with honour. They're using it as a weapon
Well,
just to.
hopefully we can get it sorted today for you.
Yeah.
Get you some answers.
It's not right. A letter's a letter. There's not. Look at them dying to keep me off this station.
I think what my colleague was doing was kind of showing them the record on the phone.
Yeah, that it's not.
And
yeah,
I
that
think
it's
they'll
not.
just be
It's
talking
not.
about that.
Yeah, and it's not. It's not an order, is it? Otherwise,
I don't know,
otherwise I would
obviously.
be in breach of that. and
I
I'd be-
don't think I've ever come across you before.
But if
really,
someone's
so-
breaching an order, they're arrested, aren't
Yeah,
they?
yeah.
Aren't they? There is an order straight away to arrest, and all they're trying to do is scare me off the station, using us because you're in Ivies. I don't want to argue
I
with
don't
this.
think I'm very scary, am I, at the minute?
Am I? Am I?
No,
Thanks,
we're fine.
mate.
We're fine.
Thanks, mate. Thanks, mate.
I think the problem nowadays is people don't like questions, do they? That's
No,
the thing.
no, and it's like everyone's in this since COVID. Everyone's in this fear program mode.
Yeah.
Remember, they used to charge people with masks on, saying you best get your mask
I
on.
know.
You know what I mean? So, you know, I don't think they've lost that power trip yet.
I get that. I
You know?
can see where you're coming from.
All I want to do is go Sheffield, goes no bother. I've not even filmed the people. There's people living in that door, in that bus stop, the station. There's people in the doorway, isn't there, my friend? So I didn't even film that. I'm just trying to get on with my business. I walked up to that guy. I said, "Excuse me, that train's packed. Can you please tell me next station, next train?" And he went, "You're bad," and he started giving me a hard time. And I walked away. And Northern said, they're saying it's only LNER.
Yeah.
So they've already delayed us,
Yeah.
which is,
Well,
you know,
hopefully we'll get you some answers
that's a
and-
victory for them, isn't it?
No, because we'll get you
You know what I'm
sorted.
saying?
I wouldn't look at it like that. It's Philip, isn't it?
I'm called Philip. I'm called Philip. I'm called Philip. Man. The first name I use.
Some people like Phil.
The first
Philip.
name I use for contracts is Philip.
Philip.
The surname I use is Hartley. I have no problem speaking to you and divulging the information. I just don't claim it. Sorry,
How are we
mate.
doing?
It's not.
I'm just gonna tell you what I've been told.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's a civil matter
So,
between
exactly.
LNER and yourself.
Exactly, and I'm allowed to politely refuse if they want to follow it up. They have to go to court, don't they, brother?
Well, they're something they're gonna have to take up, but as it stands currently, because this is an LNER station,
I know, but
I'm gonna have
there's
to
no
read-
order. You're going to ask me to leave.
I am, and I
I know,
recommend.
but mate, I need to get the train.
What I'd
I've already
recommend
been
is
told I can use
Bentley
enough.
Bentley or Adwick
What?
aren't owned
That's
by
not
LNER.
right. That's not right. No, listen. There's no order. You can't say I've got to leave when there's no order to say that the name I use is banned.
But
It doesn't
that
matter.
name-
No, it
that
doesn't
name's
matter.
had
I'm
a-
not.
a
As long as
civil-
I'm not causing. You're here to breach the
Philip,
peace.
just listen to
It's a
me.
civil matter, right? It's a
All I'm
civil
saying is
matter.
that they-
There's no breach of the peace.
No, I'm
You
not
know what I
saying
mean?
there
I'm just
is.
trying to get to
I'm
work.
saying
I've
there
got
is, but
things to do.
I
mate.
understand.
They've
I
already
do
made me
understand.
late. They've already made me
I
late.
understand, but as it stands currently,
I'm going to be using the station though still. I might leave now, yeah, but I'll still come back tomorrow and still travel. I need to use the station. There is no crime being committed, otherwise you'd be arresting us, wouldn't you? So all you're doing now is asking me to politely remove, aren't you? And I'm allowed, am I, to politely refuse? Are you going to arrest us?
right, refusal to leave could lead to
Could lead to,
leave the-
could. I know what
You
the,
don't wanna
I know
go
what
down
that,
that
no, but I
route.
know what that, I know what that word means. Is there a crime being committed, officer?
No, but,
right, no,
if you-
you've
if you
just
were to
said
come
no.
back-
So,
if you were to come back,
what do you mean come
Listen a
back?
second.
if you were to leave the station,
Right, so what on
Peacefully,
grounds are
and
you
then-
asking
and
me
then
to
come
leave
back,
on?
then
So
we've
what
got-
are the grounds you're asking me?
Okay,
What
because
number?
they-
I've got to take your the number.
0016.
Right, what are the
Okay.
grounds that you're asking me to leave the station on?
Currently, as it stands,
Yeah, there's a
They-
letter to the name.
okay, they've removed your implied right of access. to
They've
the railway.
who's
Under the
no,
railway
sorry,
bylaws.
can I just ask you? What,
LNER?
no, this man stood in front of you, or a corporate rank first name and a surname? I've got to ask you these
It's
questions.
the name that you're using.
The name that I use, yeah.
Certificate.
So that's how can you? You're saying that's me. Yeah. So let's differentiate from that, right? So you're saying there's a letter to the name that I use,
Yeah, and
right?
there's
The
a
name that I
civil
use,
matter
which
been
is
taken
created
out.
by the Crown.
Okay.
Right, so it's not mine. It's not mine. No, I'm just answering some questions. I'm asking you questions. I need to know. I need to understand what's going on because I don't understand what's happening right now. I have mental problems.
Okay.
You've just said there's no crime. You've just said that basically they just don't like us, and you're going to be used now to ask me to leave.
Right.
So if that's what you're doing, then that's fine. But as long as I know that you're just being used to ask me to leave, to cause me issues, just so I know for the camera,
Yeah,
just
it's
so
not
I
causing
know.
you issues.
Well, it must be because you've just said there's no crime, and so it's someone's.
But we're getting towards breach of data bylaws, aren't we?
Yeah, but they're breaching data protection by misusing. They're breaching all sorts of acts by breaching, just using a letter to ask you to ask me to leave. I'm not a criminal. I'm not acting unlawful. I'm asking you to uphold the law. They're using the system to bully us. I'm asking you to now stand by a man of the law.
So
I'm asking you. They haven't banned us. They've banned the name I use. They haven't banned the name I use. They asked. You've actually said it on video. It's just a request and it's a civil matter. So now you're being used to escort me off the premises, which you've got no right to do, but you're going to do it anyway, like you've just said. You stood there a bit. Well, I've done nothing wrong. All I need to do is go about my business like you do. I've not got in your way. You're being used by these people to bully a man. You are. You've just said there's no order. You've just said there's no order. There is no order. What's the order number, please? If there's an order number, right? If there is an order, I'll accept what you're saying to be true, provided proof of claim. So, is there an order number? All I'm asking.
It's been to court, hasn't it?
No, it hasn't. No, it did. It didn't. There was no proper court hearing. It was just people fabricating paperwork and fabricating nonsense for using you people, good people, to bully people and leave people dying on our streets. Every doorway on this station's got a beggar on it. You can't say there aren't. So you're sat here now being used to attack a man who's trying to live honourably, yeah, trying to earn his way, and you're being misused to bully him out. You're bullying me off the station. That's what's happening now. Just so I know, 4402. Just so I know, that's not your number. That belongs to South Yorkshire Police, right? So don't claim it. Or British Transport Police. Well, it's not yours. It's not yours.
Just listen to me for a second.
Right, no, because you're being used to bully, and that's. I'm gonna leave. I'm gonna leave because I've got evidence.
Alternative, that's all.
It's not an alternative. I just want to get on with my day.
Okay,
I just
so
want to get. I've got things to do, and I've done nothing wrong.
We would
As I leave
get
here,
in the bus to Bentley or Adwick, and then you can get the train from there to
but
Sheffield.
why?
Because
What have I done wrong?
LNER
What have I done?
station.
It doesn't matter. There's no order. You've just said there's no order. You said there's a request which I'm allowed to politely refuse in person.
Yeah.
All right. For that to be followed through to be an order, that has to be taken to county court. Exactly what you said when you walked over. Now that is just a letter. You're being used with a letter to bully me off the station just so I can ruin my day and these people can laugh and just say, look what we did, we used these officers. Instead of protecting the people, you're protecting representatives of the corporate. And that's not fair, my friend. I've done nothing wrong to you. I don't know you from...
Said you have.
I don't know, and I've been completely respectful, and I've spoke to you,
We're not saying you
I've talked to you and asked you, all I've done is ask you questions. So now if you, I mean, it's up to you. If you want this video to go online, yeah, and see how you've just been, I mean, evidence, yeah, evidently, video, audio, in real time, that you've just been used by representatives of this station, not LNER. They're not speaking on behalf of LNER, a corporate whole. They're speaking of just themselves. That's their personal opinion, which is going on data from which they shouldn't have access to. You know, that's data protection. That's data protection breaches. But they're using the system and using you. And that is unfair, my friend. And you're not gonna look weak by just letting me travel and get on with my day. You're gonna look like heroes on this video because you've stopped people using you and giving you bad names. But that's fine. I will leave. Right, I'll not see, but this is why.
You're fine to do that. You're well, absolutely.
But it's video gold, you know, and I've not done nothing wrong to you.
You're absolutely fine to do that. We haven't said
I mean,
that
getting
you're
a train to another station. So basically, what he's saying is I can travel, but because these people don't like us, I can't travel from this.
You can't travel on LNER.
No, there's no. So
this is
why can't I travel on
That's
LNER?
what they're saying, isn't
Who
it?
said that? A man that works here. No, we haven't. Where's the order saying that? No, where's the order saying that? You've just said that. No, it hasn't. No, it was the social tell me that I need to know the order from my evidence. I need to know I need to know there is no paperwork. No, I would have received paperwork. There would have been. Let's correct you because you're misleading us, mate, and I need to understand again. I would have received paperwork, or paperwork would have come to the Crown-owned name that I use.
It would have gone to yourself, wouldn't it?
To myself? No, it would have gone to a name, wouldn't it?
Well, if that's how you...
That's the first name and surname. What do you think? What do you think I am like? Do you think I'm a first name and surname or something? Or I'm sure
I
I'm
think that's the name that you use.
for commerce, for contract.
Okay.
So why do you keep saying my name and it's sent to me? If that's sent to the name I use, which is owned by the Crown, why are you saying that's sent to you? It's sent to.
Because it's the name that you use. It's the name and the date of birth that you go by.
That's the name I use and the day, but then them things belong to your bosses. They belong to the state. They belong to. Mate, there's a contract, right, between a man called Ian Duncan, who performs as Mr. Burnett, the Lord Chief Justice, right? I'm not obliged to perform in person. Now, what you're talking to me is legalese and acts, and you're saying that there's a letter to the name that I use, and that is evidence that you can bully me off this station. I just need to.
They removed your.
No, they haven't though.
Your access.
But they haven't. They haven't done that. They've sent a letter. You've already said that. You've already said that. They just sent a letter to the name I use. No, it requests that I don't travel. And one of your officers I've got on video actually said for that to be followed up, that has to go to civil court.
Which it has been.
I mean, I'm not. No, it hasn't. You misled, and I'm telling you it hasn't.
Okay.
And if you check it out, I mean, if you could tell me, like I said, if you can tell me the court case or the court number that you're claiming that it orders the name I use not to travel on this station.
Well,
that's what I'm saying.
We can probably find that out, but we don't have it to hand now, do we?
So what are you here enforcing then? Just the request of a man? Just the request of a worker that works on this station?
Okay.
I need to know. That's the station to Sheffield. I can jump on that and be out of your face. Do you know what I mean? I can be out of you. No, listen, I've been studying here all this time.
Yeah.
I've been studying here all the time. I've got a ticket. I can be out and I can be off. I can be off and there's nothing. All that's stopping me now is you two appeasing them two. Come on, guys. I've got a ticket here. I've got a ticket. I've got a proper ticket, and I'm allowed to travel Transpennine. Sorry, mate. Please, man. I'm called Philip.
Listen.
I've got things to do. You're gonna ruin my day, man.
Listen.
What's up?
Right. You're on the train. You've got a ticket.
One more.
Right.
One more.
Disappear.
One more.
And what I'll do,
Try not to come on the phone.
I'm going to speak to staff.
Get a proper order, and I'll stick to it.
I'm going to speak to staff.
Get a proper order, and stick to it.
Get them to get the paperwork.
Yeah. Get a proper order, and I'll stick to it, brother. Yeah. Yeah.
We'll sort that.
Produce the proper paperwork.
As it stands.
Respect.
As it stands.
You have a good day.
Okay.
One love. One love. That is how you do it. Much love to you, my friends. Right. That's how you take care of them scoons.